Every few years, Pokemon drops a set that hits us with the full force of a nostalgia bomb. 2023 was a flashback to the 90s. 151 reignited the spirit of the original Gotta Catch 'em All era, pulling lifelong fans right back into the hobby. In 2025, Pokemon took the TCG to new artistic heights with Black Bolt and White Flare. Monochromatic ode to Generation 5 that gave every single Pokemon its own illustration rare for the very first time. And now, there are rumors of something even bigger. A special set that could break the hobby. Again. Radiant Ruby and Shining Sapphire. If these leaks are true, we're heading back to Hoenn, the region that reinvented the game time and time again. A standalone generation that introduced Pokemon abilities, shiny legendaries, and weather to the video games. A region that gave us some of the most powerful EX cards, and one of the most iconic subsets of all time, the Gold Stars. And when we returned to Hoenn in 2014, it gave us Mega Evolving Legendaries for the first time.
Bruh.
For millions of fans, Gen 3 wasn't just another region, it was home. And if Radiant Ruby and Shining Sapphire deliver on their potential, these could be two sets that define the Mega era of Pokemon. So today, I'm exploring what these sets could look like, from shiny Mega Evolutions to leveled up Hyper Rares. These are the 5 things I want to see in Radiant Ruby and Shining Sapphire. The first thing Radiant Ruby and Shining Sapphire absolutely need to deliver on is right there in the name. Give us a dedicated shiny Mega Evolution set for the first time ever. Even during the peak of the XY Mega Evolution era, we only ever got a handful of shiny Megas. Gyarados, Gengar, Gardevoir, Steelix, and Rayquaza. Pokemon's shiny set formula has been around for a while. Traditionally, shiny sets like Sun and Moon's Hidden Fates and Sword and Shield's Shining Fates, which both released before the Alt-Art era, were built around baby shinies and full art reprints of existing cards. Then, in 2024, Pokemon finally broke that cycle with Paldean Fates, which changed the game by introducing shiny illustration rares and secret illustration rares for the first time ever. Paldean Fates is one of the best shiny sets ever made, but even it leans heavily on reprints to fill the checklist. So while Paldean Fates broke the mold, Radiant Ruby and Shining Sapphire have the chance to completely shatter it. I want to see Pokemon move to a fully exclusive shiny set where every illustration rare, ultra rare, secret illustration rare, and mega hyper rare is a brand new card. And honestly, embracing exclusivity would be the perfect callback to Pokemon's shiny roots. Back to the Neo era, when every shining Pokemon had its own one-of-a-kind artwork, a tradition that continued into the EX era with the Gold Star Pokemon, some of the most iconic chase cards ever printed. If Pokemon really embraced that legacy, we could see stories told through exclusive shiny art, like the journey of Wally's shiny Ralts growing up across the Hoenn region, ultimately culminating in a Victory Road duel of fates against his protagonist rival Brendan and his Mega Sceptile. With his Mega Gardevoir from Pokemon Masters EX at his side, the winner moves on to face the Elite Four. That's not just another shiny set, that's a celebration of how far the franchise has come. After years in the vault, full art Mega Evolution EX cards are officially back, and they're better than ever. After an entire generation of pretty stale full arts, Mega Evolutions, Phantasmal Flames finally gave us designs that feel alive again, showcasing the Mega Pokemon in full vibrance while shadowing their evolutionary predecessors in the background. That subtle touch reignited excitement for full arts, a rarity that's taken a backseat to illustrationers and secret illustrationers in recent years. But for Radiant Ruby and Shining Sapphire, I want to take that idea and level it up. With full evolution lines integrated into the artwork, think of Mega Charizard X Secret Illustrationer from Phantasmal Flames. That card didn't just show a Mega, it told a story. Charmander, Charmeleon, and Charizard all connected through the flames of their final transformation. It might honestly be the best Charizard card we've ever gotten, and it's the perfect blueprint for the next evolution of full art Ultra Rares. Just look at our Mega Blaziken Ultra Rare, accompanied by our tag team of Flaming Fighting Chickens. Now let's turn it shiny? Yeah, this is the way. Or how about one of the best shinies of all time? Albino Mega Metagross, with Beldum and Metang orbiting behind it like fragments of steel trapped in its gravitational pull. Here's shiny Mega Metacham, where Metatite and Metacham appear like psychic reflections, echoes of the mind that allowed this Mega Metamorphosis to take place. These full arts are the kind of design that brings nostalgia and innovation, cards that don't just show evolution, but feel like it. Radiant Ruby and Shining Sapphire can use these full arts to tell visual stories that celebrate every step of the evolutionary journey. The third thing I want to see from Radiant Ruby and Shining Sapphire is for Pokemon to treat them like two completely unique sets, entirely distinct collections from top to bottom. Black Bolt and White Flare proved that Pokemon can make companion sets feel both connected and independent, each with its own card list, product lineup, and identity. And it worked. So for Radiant Ruby and Shining Sapphire, I want to see Pokemon take that same version exclusive approach. I want to see the fire and fury of shiny Primal Groudon and the deep ethereal vibes of shiny Primal Kyogre on the Elite Trainer boxes as an ode to the box arts of the video games that inspired it. But don't forget the exclusive promo cards. We're going with this Shifty Shady Forest Guardian Shiftry and the Festive Pineapple Duck Ludicolo, who are fittingly version locked in the video games. Check this out. I'm a big fan of the Prismatic Super Premium Collection, so why not ask for version exclusive SPCs? Let's call them the Mega Latios and Mega Latios SPCs, each with not one, but two exclusive promos. The first is a brand new Mega Attack Rare for both Latios and Latios, and the second leans into the duality of these roaming legendaries, a connected texture card that when overlaid forms a tag team of yin and yang, #lovebirds. Before we dive into 30 plus original cards, make sure to hit that subscribe button and leave a comment letting me know what you would want to see out of Radiant Ruby and Shining Sapphire. Okay, this is the hard part, figuring out which Pokemon belong to which set. And that brings us to the fourth thing that I want to see. Every single Pokemon gets a secret rare. Now we gotta try to split these evenly between the two sets. Black Bolt and White Flare had 156 Gen 5 Pokemon to divide up. And even though most collectors favored Black Bolt, Pokemon did a solid job keeping both sides balanced. With 135 Pokemon in the Hoenn Pokedex, plus multiple forms like Deoxys and Castform, and of course Mega Evolutions, we're looking at about 163 unique cards to split. Alright, here's what we've got so far. And trust me, we're just getting started. Let's start with the easiest category. The version exclusive Pokemon from the original Ruby and Sapphire games. Simple rule. If it was exclusive in the games, it stays exclusive here. That means Solrock and Mega Mawile will represent Radiant Ruby, while Lunatone and Mega Sableye are heading to Shining Sapphire. Next up, the starter trio. All three Mega Evolution starters deserve secret illustration rare slots, no question, and it's pretty clear where two of them belong. Mega Blaziken training in front of a prismatic plume of smoke rising from the erupting Mount Chimney is the fiery bedrock of Radiant Ruby. Meanwhile, Mega Swampert navigating the shimmering crystal caves of Meteor Falls becomes the foundation of Shining Sapphire. That leaves us with Mega Sceptile, who's protecting Brennan's secret base nestled in the forest of Four Tree City. According to a recent survey from the Johto Times, Blaziken narrowly edges out Swampert in popularity. So to keep things balanced, we'll send Sceptile over to Shining Sapphire and work on balancing out later. From Hoenn's early route staples like Beautifly and Dustox, quirky favorites like Nosepass and Relicanth, iconic powerhouses like Metagross and Melodic, the legendary trio locked behind Pokemon's hardest puzzle, the different emojis Castform turns into, some of my all-time favorite Pokemon. We'll do our best to divide these illustration rares evenly. I really think these sets are starting to come together, but let's add in the ultra rares and illustration rares from earlier. Boom, this is looking pretty strong. Now this is the part everyone is waiting for, our heavy hitters, secret illustration rares. Let's kick it off with Mega Banette making its TCG debut in Mega Aggron, whose 2-ton body press is causing the space around him to rupture. The puppet goes to Sapphire and the metallic monster goes to Ruby. Up next is our Mega Camerupt, who's just chilling in the Lava Ridge Hot Springs, and Mega Altaria, who's wreaking havoc on one of the Weather Institute's observatories. This one's easy. The Blazing Camel goes to Ruby, and the Blue Dragon goes to Sapphire. On to the pseudo-legends. Mega Metagross, whose mechanical mass obscures the blazing sun, and Mega Salamence, whose eclipse the roaring moon that illuminates the desert of Route 111. I was surprised to see that Metagross was favored over Salamence in the survey, so off to Ruby goes Mega Metagross. And that leaves Wally's Mega Gardevoir to take Ruby's last slot before we get to everybody's favorite legendaries. Shiny Primal Groudon radiates in the erupting shadow of Mount Chimney as Team Magma's plan overtakes the remains of the scorched earth, while Shiny Primal Kyogre elucidates the ocean depths as Team Aqua's tidal storm has overtaken the once prosperous region. But the Guardian of the Sky has something to say about that. Shiny Rayquaza emerges from its pillar in the aurora-lit sky to restore balance to the region. However, the hurricanes of Primal Rage require more power to quell the storm, and thus enters the original Mega Shiny Mega Rayquaza. So Ruby's looking slightly more stacked, with 5 of the top 10 fan-favorite Pokemon to Sapphire's 3. So let's even it out. Mega Rayquaza's secret illustration rare goes to Shining Sapphire, while Shiny Rayquaza goes to Radiant Ruby. But we're still missing the crown jewels of the set. The final thing I want to see in Radiant Ruby and Shining Sapphire. Cast the Gilded Gold aside, it's time for Monochromatic Mega Titans that embrace their color void's shiny forms. I'm talking border-to-border obsidian, framed in a deep reflective finish. With holographic tones that shimmer like the respective gemstones, it's the first and the only Shiny Mega Ultra Rares. So There you have it, the 5 things I want to see in Radiant Ruby and Shining Sapphire. Here's hoping these leaks aren't just wishful thinking, because I'm already waiting in the Pokemon Center queue.